The Hangar bonuses and why you're not getting the 4 times pay on Hangar sell missions this week. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video, as well as me showing you what I feel like is the best way, the most productive way, the most realistic way to make money in GTA 5 Online with the Hangar. So let's get into it. Yesterday, I made this video saying you're not going to get the 4 times pay that Rockstar has promised if you have GTA Plus and you're selling your Hangar in a public lobby. So at the start of the video right here, I'm just going to explain to you guys how this bonus works, why you're not getting the 4 times pay, talk to you about the max in-demand bonus because it is actually different versus land and air as far as the sell missions are concerned. It's quite confusing. Rockstar's messed it up, to be frank. They just messed it up and they haven't fixed it. So we're going to go over that here today. So first of all, let's explain the GTA Plus 4 times pay. And then I'll show you exactly why you're not getting what you expect. So this right here is the graph that shows you what the bonuses are for each type of product and how much exactly that bonus is worth. So for the sake of this video, we're going to talk as if we've filled up all units, all 50 units for the narcotics, which pays out the most, or it could be chemicals or medical. So you can see here, if you fill all of your Hangar up with 50 units of narcotics, you'll get a 70% bonus. And as you can see on the graph down below, the value of that, including the 70% bonus, is $2.55 million. That's how much money you would make if you were to sell that in an invite-only lobby. Now, at 2 times pay, that would be $5.1 million. Again, that's how much money you would make if you were selling it in an invite-only lobby at 2 times pay. Now, here we are with GTA Plus having 4 times pay, and at 4 times, that is $10.2 million. That is exactly how much money you would make with the Hangar business at 4 times pay if you sold it in an invite-only lobby. And this is correct. This is what it currently is. Now, obviously, when you sell in a public lobby, you're going to get the high demand bonus. And this is where it kind of gets just confusing. So Rockstar have caps, right? They have caps on how much money, the maximum amount of money you can make from a certain product or a certain business. So they do it as a safeguard, right? In case there's any glitches or things like that, replay glitches, whatever it is, they're like, safely, you can only make this amount of money maximum selling a Hangar. And in this instance, the maximum amount of money you can make for selling a Hangar is $11.5 million. Now, obviously, that's fine because at like 2 times pay, which is what they always do, it's usually always maximum 2 times pay. You'll never go over the $11.5 million. So it's a safe bet. But what Rockstar's done this time for GTA Plus members, they've said, oh, we'll give you 4 times pay. But unfortunately, because of that cap that they've obviously forgotten about, even if you have 4 times pay with GTA Plus, sell it in a public lobby, you're not going to get 4 times pay. Because at 4 times pay in a public lobby, you should be getting around $15 million, and that is above the cap that Rockstar has set for this business. So if you try and sell 4 times pay, public lobby, the maximum you're going to get is the cap, which I believe is $11.5 million. Now, you may be thinking, well, okay, what if I do 25 narcotics and 25 chemical instead? So instead of doing 50 of one and getting the 70% bonus, you can do 25 of each of the others and get 35% each for those. It's not going to be as much money as if you did the 70%, right? The 50 units at 70%. Because as you can see on this graph right here, let's say we have chemicals or narcotics at 25 units. They're both 35% bonus. And with that bonus included, it's 1,012,000. So if you times that by 2, which would be 50 units, that's just over 2 million instead of the 2.5 million that you'd get from 1. But now let's times that by 4, and you're looking at around $8.1 million instead of the $10.1 million you'd get from 1. Even though it's less money, you can technically make more money selling 25 of one, but you have to do a single sell mission selling 1, and then once that's complete, you can sell the other 25. So let's break down this math. I know this is confusing, guys. Believe me, math's not my strong suit, but I've been trying to figure this thing out, and I think I've got it nailed down here. So if you have 25, let's say, of narcotics, in an invite-only lobby, at 4 times pay, you'll get $4 million. And with the high demand bonus of selling this in a public lobby, if you're in a full public lobby, you should get $6 million. So if you did that one at 25 units for 6 million, you sold the other one at 25 million for 6 million, or 25 units for 6 million, you'll get just over 12 million. You'll get 12.1 million and 50,000. And you won't hit that cap, the cap that they've set, because you're doing 2 separate missions. So you'll get 6.1 and 6.1, which will give you like 12.2 million. Hey guys, me editing this video once again here in the middle. I just wanted to say, so at the end of this video, you'll see all of the results of me selling an air freight cargo, and a land freight or freight cargo. Basically, this 50% that I was just talking about, you used to get it as a high demand bonus. If there was like 22 players in the lobby, you can get up to 50% high demand bonus. You used to get 2.5% per player, up to 20, which would give you a 50% bonus. I've just completed this, and that 50% that I was just giving you all that math on isn't true. You're actually only getting 10% these days, which is just ridiculous. I don't know what the bloody hell's going on. But anyway, let's get back to this video. And you won't hit that cap, the cap that they've set, because you're doing two separate missions. So you'll get 6.1 and 6.1, which will give you like 12.2 million. So it's not that much more, and it's definitely not the 15 million that you should get if you did the narcotics. But because of the cap, you'll never get the 15 million for the narcotics. But if you want to have to do 2 cell missions, you can get over 12 million. But you're only looking at like 500 grand more than if you would have just sold 1 narcotics at 50 units. Hopefully that makes sense. But there's one other thing that kind of throws a spanner into this entire thing. All of the math I've just given you could still be wrong. You could still be like, wait, I'm only getting this much money. Now, the reason for this is because not last year, I think it was March of 2023, they were doing... For the most part, they would do like 1.5 times pay. Do you guys remember like a couple years ago, they stopped doing 2 times pay for some reason, and they started doing 1.5 times pay. So the acid labs limit, right? The acid labs cap that you could hit was always based off of the 1.5 times pay. And then all of a sudden they were like, we're going to do 2 times pay on the acid lab. But that made it go above the cap and it messed it up. So what Rockstar did to counter this, instead of increasing the cap, they lowered the high demand bonus. So instead of bonusing off 22 people in the lobby, now you could only bonus off 16 people in the lobby. So this made it so you made less money, but you didn't hit that cap. And the reason they did that is because when people went over the cap or hit the cap, the game thought they were like cheating or something, and they wouldn't even give them the money. They didn't get paid for it. So instead of increasing the cap, they were like, oh, we'll lower the amount of the high demand bonus so you drop below the cap. So essentially, we didn't get the 2 times pay on the acid lab. It was a hot mess. I did videos on it back then. But during that, for some reason, they also decreased the cap for the Hangar business. So the Hangar went from a 22-player bonus to a 16-player bonus. So you could only bonus up to 16 players, not the typical 22, which means you were making less money. But weirdly enough, if you did the Hangar cell mission in an air vehicle, you still got the 22-player like bonus, the on-demand bonus, or high-demand bonus. So it's just an awful way for them to do a fix. I'm not sure how hard it would be for them to increase the cap, which would have made most sense. Instead, they have to lower the on-demand bonus, lower the amount of play. It's just been a mess. So in this video here today, I'm going to do 1 cell mission on land, 1 cell mission in the air. They're both going to be valued at the same amount, and we'll see if it makes any difference whatsoever. We'll be able to figure out if that demand bonus is lower for the land vehicles or higher for the air vehicles. And I'm also going to be showing you the fastest way, the easiest way that I make money, or the way that I manage my Hangar business. So let's just jump into that. But hopefully that explained how the bonuses work, how the cap works, why you're not getting the 15 million that you should be getting. It's a hot mess, and I think Rockstar messed up. They just need to increase the cap. You can't promote this. They tweeted out this, as you can see here, saying it goes sky high to 4 times pay with GTA Plus. They're just trying to get you to buy GTA Plus, which, by the way, I don't mind. I like GTA Plus. If you have the extra cash and you want some perks and benefits, go ahead and get it. But this type of strategy of making... I know for a fact there's people that got GTA Plus this month because of this 4 times bonus. Because they were like, oh, it's well worth it. You just pay X amount of money and I get to make 15 million every set. And it's just not the case because you can't do it because there's a bloody cap on it. So anyway, it's frustrating. Hopefully that explained it. I know it probably was even more confusing than it should have been. But let's jump into the game. Let's show you how I do the Hangar business. And then we'll sell 2 of them. 1 air, 1 land. Let's go. All right, guys. So first things first, we're going to go over my strategy here today. But if you are new, if you're watching this video and you're new and you're trying to figure out how to start up these Hangar missions, how to make money, you're going to need to own a Hangar. So if you go to Maze Bank and select Hangars, which is just right here behind my head, you'll see first and foremost, there's 2 down here. Those are going to be the cheapest, but they're so far down, it's just not worth it. I would definitely recommend getting one of these up here. They are a little bit more expensive, but on the plus side, not only are the source and sell missions going to be, you're kind of centered around the map, so it's great. But also, you'll be able to fly over Fort Zancudo. If you're newer to the game and you're constantly finding yourself having to fly around it, just so you don't get a wanted level, if you own one of these Hangars, you will be able to fly over it. As far as the upgrades are concerned, it's all cosmetic, except for the living quarters. I would definitely recommend buying the living quarters. That way you can just fast travel to this location, set it as your spawn spot, and you'll be able to go right here straight away. So that's it. Now that you've purchased the hangar, you are here. You can store your vehicles in here, and most importantly, you can start the missions from here. So this is going to be your living quarters right here, and then go through this door right here, and you will find this laptop. So I'm going to go ahead, register as a boss, sit down here, and show you what my strategy is. So I will say, if you go downstairs the week that this video goes live, you can source hangar cargo, and you'll get at least 2 guaranteed, and you can do it every 30 minutes instead of every hour this week only. But they're going to be random crates as well. So you can just do that, come in, check in, and just keep doing it every 30 minutes and then go ahead and sell it. But if you're trying to make the most amount of money possible, just go ahead and stick to like the strategy right here. So I had mentioned in the video earlier, I showed you the graph. I'll throw it up on screen again once more. So you can see here, it depends on how much time you have. If you're going to be just grinding out and you want to get the most amount of money possible, obviously you can just do one of them, either the medical, chemicals, or narcotics, and those will have a 70% bonus. And in regular mode, like when there's no bonuses, like no 2 times or 4 times pay going on, if you get 50 of one of those, you'll get 70% bonus, which will be $2.55 million. That's in an invite-only lobby. And then I already talked about it earlier. 2 times pay, you'll get like 2.1, and at 4 times pay, you'll get 10.2 million. But as we've already established, if you have GTA Plus, doing that is kind of pointless because you're not going to get the 15 million you should get at 4 times pay anyway. And it is high risk, high reward. If you're doing that in a public lobby, you could lose it. Now, if you are doing it in a public lobby and you're risking it and you have a griefer chasing you, like an Oppressor Mark II or a jet that's trying to blow you out of the sky or trying to blow you up on the ground, you can just switch to an invite-only lobby really quick and you'll only lose 5 crates to be able to just get that back up again. So keep that in mind. If you're being griefed and you're having people attack you, just go to an invite-only lobby as quick as you can before your cargo is destroyed, and you'll only lose a little bit of cargo. With that being said, like I said also earlier in this video, instead of going for 1, you could do 2. And then once you get each of them up to 25, because you can only carry 50 units total here, you can see right here, you can only get 25 out of 50 and 25 out of 50. Or if you just do 1, you can get 50 out of 50. But let's say you do the 2 strategy and you're going to sell one of them for 6 million in a public lobby and then sell another one for 6 million in another lobby. The best strategy for that is going to be choose narcotics and let's say chemical. Because as you can see on this again, you can see it's 35%. So it's the highest amount you can get for 25 units. You'll get a little over $1 million for each of them. And then obviously during the 2 times, 4 times pay, you get where I'm going with it. And to do that, it's simple. You'll go ahead, you'll source this one. You'll go and do the source mission. You'll bring it back. There'll be like a 3-minute cooldown or maybe 4 minutes. But then instead of doing that, then you'll just go to this one because it's got no cooldown. So you'll do this mission, and by the time you complete it and come back, you can start this one up again, and you can just keep going back and forth between the 2 until you get 25 units of each. Alternatively, you can actually skip the cooldown, and I'll show you how to do that in this video, but I'm not going to be doing it for this video because in order to do that, you are going to need like the expanded and enhanced version. And not everyone has that, because otherwise you'd have to cancel out the game and restart the game, and it's just not worth it. But I'll explain that here in a second. But if you do the skip cooldown, you can just do the narcotics. Then once you've completed it, you can skip the cooldown, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. But for this video, like I say, I'm going to be trying to sell 2 of them, 1 air, 1 land, just so we can see if there's a difference in the bonuses. And we're obviously going to be trying to do this, see how much money we can make in 1 hour. So for this strategy, we're going to be doing just 1 hour's worth of gameplay, right? Don't worry, I'll cut it all out. So in 1 hour, I plan to get 10 of one of them and 10 of the others. So 20 units in total, and we'll sell them separately. So as you can see on this graph once more, if I'm getting 10 units, the best bonus is going to be jewelry, art, or animal with a 12% bonus at 10 units, which will give me $336,000. Now, you could, with the skip cooldown method, get around 25 units of one of them to get the million in close to an hour, but we're not going to be doing that, like I say. Because instead of 1, I do want to get just 10 of each so I can do this test. In tomorrow's video, I will show you how to make the most amount of money per hour. So if you're looking about how do I make the most amount of money per hour, that video will be up tomorrow. I'll show you my strategy and walk through it. I've already mentioned it here today, but I'll be doing it all together with you. But this video, I'm just going to be showing you. I'll show you how to skip the cooldown if you are going to do that strategy of just getting 1. But then I'll just show you how I'm going to do this and get 10 of each. So let's go ahead and start it up. So like I say, jewelry, art, or animal. So it's going to be either this one, or this one. So we'll just go ahead and do art and jewelry here since they're both next to each other. I'm going to do one, then I'm going to do the next, do one, do the next, do the one, do the next until we get 10 of each. And at the end of the first one we do, I'll show you how to skip the cooldown anyway. So anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to select this. Always do land. Land is just so much easier, so much better, whether you're sourcing cargo or selling cargo. So let's go ahead and select land. Now, if I had, I do have my oppressor right here. The oppressor is just your favorite thing, man. Okay, so we're gonna hang up, go to La Mesa. I think this mission... this one sucks because it's so far away. I could literally right now just join another invite-only session and try and start up the mission again. And that should spawn us a different mission. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and go to this. Let me speed it up till I get there. All right, so there's like 3 different versions of this exact same mission where you can... different locations. This one just so happens to be the one that's furthest away. But I'm going to show you how I do this one anyway. So you're going to want to break that right there. Once that's blown up, we should open up this door. We can just go straight in here. Don't even need to get off this. You can just pick it up right there. And then out we go. Now, obviously, like I say, there is some missions of this exact same style that are going to be much closer. But unfortunately, I got one that's pretty far away. But anyway, let's speed it up until we get back. All right, so here we are. We're back. That took us around 3.5 to 4 minutes to complete. Now, I would say 3.5 minutes. 3 to 3.5 minutes is average. Some of these setup missions or source missions can be like 2 minutes if you get lucky. But that one took us around 3.5 to 4 minutes. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to show you how to skip the cooldown if you're trying to just do one of them back to back. So you're going to go straight on over. Well, you actually don't even need to go over here. I'm just trying to show you that the cooldowns there. So if we go into here, you can see if I go to source, you can see there's a 2-minute 26 cooldown. So if you're on expanded and enhanced, you can just go to here, go quit to main menu. This is just going to take you, obviously, to the main menu. Once you're in the main menu, I'm just going to go ahead and go into story mode. As soon as we load into story mode, I'm going to go to online, and then we're going to go to play invite-only session, and this is going to take us straight back to our hangar. All right, and here we are spawning back in. That took me, honestly, about 30 seconds to back all the way out and get back in. So we should still have, if the timer was still there, we should still have like 2 minutes left on that timer. But as you're going to see, there's going to be a no cooldown. So if I was trying to grind out just one, that's what I would do. I would finish it, go to an invite, or I would back out, go to the main menu, and then that's what I would do. But you go to source, you can see there is no longer a cooldown. So if I was trying to just grind out narcotics and I was on expanded and enhanced, that's what you should do. But we're not doing that, obviously. We're just going to go back and forth between these two. So in tomorrow's video, I'll give you more tips and tricks on the source mission, showing you how to do them as fastest way possible, show you how to make the most amount of money in an hour. But for this video, like I say, I'm just trying to myth bust. We're going to get 10 of each, 10 art, 10 jewelry. I'll let you know exactly how long it took me. Then we'll sell one of them in a public with air freight, one of them in public with the ground. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to finish this up and I'll come right back to you guys. All right, guys. So as you can see, we have 20 out of 50, and that is going to be art and jewelry. So if you see this right here, art and antiques and jewelry, if I go to sell, you'll see 12% bonus for each of these. Now, to make the most amount of money anyway, you need to sell them individually. If you're doing the 2 strategy, meaning, you know, 2 different items. Because as you can see here, this is worth 672. This is worth 672. But if I was to do them together, it's only 1.2 million. And that should be like almost 14 million. Oh, sorry, 1.4 million. So you're going to want to sell them separately anyway. But as we've already established, we're going to do 1 air sell mission and 1 land sell mission. So the first thing we need to do is go into our phone or go into our menu here. And we're going to go to a public session because that's where we're going to make the most amount of money. And that is where what we're trying to figure out here today about these 2 times, 4 times pay. I'm playing on PC currently, so I'm going to get 2 times pay. I'm not on my console, which has the 4 times pay. But either way, it doesn't matter. We're going to, these both are worth the exact same amount. So are we going to get paid the same amount versus land versus air? I know this is a question probably a lot of people want to know the answers to. I've seen you guys asking it in my other videos. So just so you don't have to worry about it or waste money testing them out for yourselves, I'm going to do it for you right now. As soon as it bloody loads up, though, you know what I mean? Trying to get into a public lobby in 2025. I feel like I should go shopping or something. I feel like I should go run some chores or something, man, while I'm waiting. Mate, it's been like 4 minutes. Rockstar. The worst part about this is you can't even back out. It's not like you can back out to the main menu or do anything. You have to literally wait for the game. It's just annoying. 29 bloody people. Finally. Now, this is going to take us a minute. I'm guessing. I can't register as a boss just yet. The best way to do it, though, if you are trying to register as a boss, is to come over one of these, and you can see how it says register as a boss to manage. You have to literally just sit here spamming the button that you would usually use to sit down right here. So that's what we're doing. There we go. We got in the seat, but you know what that means? We're CEO, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 28 people in this lobby. First thing I look out for is if you go to players, we're going to be looking. You see mental state down here? We're going to be looking at the mental states. That one's fine. We just want to make sure there's no people that are like fully, absolutely This is a psychopath, and he's a level 51, and he's got blood on his shirt. Great. Next thing we're going to look at, even though I don't recommend doing things in lobbies when there's crazy people. So H-Flow, let me just check and make sure that's not the guy. No, it's I'm Eason is the one that's an absolute mental case. The other thing we're going to look at really quick is locations, right? We have this person that was flying around. There's some dead people right there. A lot of people down in the city. A lot of people at the airport. Let's hope we don't have to go down to the airport. But up top of the map here where we are, not much going on. Perfect. Let's sit down. So for our first one, I feel like... Why do I keep bloody standing up, man? I feel like for our first one, we should do the air freight, right? We'll do an air freight one, see what's going on. So we're going to put my headset on so I can hear if there's any rockets coming at me. So like I said, the best way to do this is to do them separately. So we're going to be doing these separately. The reason it's 6.7 and probably not whatever you have it at, like 335 or whatever it is because it's 2 times pay for me right now. And if you're on GTA Plus, you get 4 times pay. So this would be like 1.2 million, which isn't bad for an hour's worth of work. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to do it by air, like I said. Hopefully it's not a crazy mission because it's only 10 crates. All right, what are you saying? So we're... That's... Everyone's leaving. I think there's still enough people in the lobby. Enter the delivery vehicle. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Pretty decent delivery vehicle. Why is this guy here, though? I'd appreciate it if he buggered off. He's buggering off. That's what... Oh, hold on a second. Did he throw... Has he thrown C4 or something? Oh, there's another guy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I just want to make sure he didn't put C4 on here or something. You know what I mean? That scares me. But anyway, eliminate the enemies of the drop-off. Let's go. We're in a Hunter. Big fan of that. All right, so let's speed it up till we get there. All right, see an oppressor there. We're going to avoid him. I can see him plane up in the sky there. We're going to avoid him. Let's get down here a little bit. There's a lot of planes and fighter jets, man. So I think what we'll do is we'll go into CO abilities, Ghost Org. Keeping our eye on that jet. There's a lot of jets and things flying around. This one's coming right at us. Oh, man. We have him. We're being chased. Oh, God. This is literally what you don't want to happen. All right. Anyway, we're here at the drop-off. Let's go ahead and blow up some people. All right, we got 2 guys left. Oh my God. Oh my God. Since when are NPCs this good, man? All right, we've taken them out. Now we just need to deliver this. My God. All right, there's one done. On to the next one. This is kind of nuts, man. All right, we're on to the next location here. Let's try and not get too close this time. Here comes a bloody missile. All right, 1 guy left. All right, he's done. Let's drop this off. Wouldn't recommend doing this mission if you're not very good at flying, to be completely honest with you. It's annoying that it's like down in the city, then up here in the sticks, and then down in the city, instead of having them like a little closer together, you know what I mean? Maybe some in the city and then some up north. This one's just frustrating because you have to kill so many bad guys before you can even bloody drop it off, which is really annoying. All right, we got all of them but one. I don't know where he is. There he is. All right, let's drop this off. Come on. All right, where's the next one? Bloody hell. Now where are you taking me? Oh, my God. There's so many planes and stuff flying around, man. I'm trying to avoid them. Other players. Fighter jets. That's not what you want. And I have to go towards them. Fantastic. All right, here we are on the next one. All right, there's 1 guy left. Where are you, my good sir? Are you inside of this little thing? Where is he? Come on, I don't have time for this, my guy. I mean, I technically do have time. Where is he? Oh, there he is. All right, let's drop off this one. All right, just give me the last one up north. No, okay, great, fantastic. Throw me back in the city. I love you. All right, we have missiles coming in again already, which is always fun. All right, come on. Just spam the hell out of these guys, man. There can't be that many people here, right? Come on. How many's left? All right, we got it. Come on. Drop the cargo. Sold. $740,000. 740. 740, 376. 740, 376. All right, we got a guy in a jetpack coming over here, so we're just going to wait for him to bugger off. There's a few people over here that were actually doing missions, and they've been shot out, I think. I don't know if they crashed. They were doing an air freight mission. So we only got 10% extra. 10% extra for selling in a public lobby, which isn't great. 10%? Even at 50%, which is what it should be at max at 22. 740. What's happening with that? All right, we've only got 20 people in the lobby now. So I'm thinking we should either wait and see if it goes up or switch lobby, because I want it to be consistent. Okay, now everyone in the lobby just left. Thank God we didn't. Now we're in a lobby by ourselves. How the hell does that happen then? Imagine if I was in the middle of a cell mission and it did that. Rockstar, figure your 26 people. We're bloody in, ladies and gentlemen. We're bloody in. All right, let's have a little gander. No one's around here. There's a few planes knocking about, a few helicopters, quite a lot of helicopters, some oppressors. Yeah, the lobby seems quite nuts, to be completely honest with you. Let's have a little gander. Am I actually CEO? No, so we're going to have to do that. So let's go ahead. First and foremost, I see people are leaving. Get back to our PC and start spamming here. I don't want to participate in your games, Rockstar. All right, so we're just going to have to sit here and spam the join button again. So we're just spamming sit down, basically. But I do want to see... man. I do want to see what the lobby's like, but I feel like we should do this first. All right, there we go. CEO Global Dynamics. So first thing we're going to do, once again, we'll look at the players. There's a few people that are deranged, but other than that, it looks pretty normal. So back to the map. One guy right here. A lot of action going on in the city. There's a couple planes on their way up here, but I'm going to ignore them, and I'm just going to assume that they're up to something else. You know what I mean? All right, sell for 6, and this time we're doing land. Last time, we only got like 10% at 740. Let's see if we can do a little better this time. The thing is, no matter if you have set like a full 50 units versus... Oh, God. I'm going to have to pull out... We're going to have to pull out... manage vehicles, phantom wedge. So let's pick up this first. I like this. This is one of the better sale vehicles you can get. But it doesn't matter if you have a full hangar or if you have 10 units like I have. The delivery missions are going to be the exact same. So that's kind of frustrating. So we got like 4 miles to go. We'll see if we can get our phantom wedge, but it depends, man. It's not that far to drive. All right, we're going to go CEO availabilities, Ghost Org. Our phantom wedge is pretty far away in the opposite direction, so I may just take this. Yeah, the phantom wedge is pretty far, man. I'm going to try and spawn it one more time, and we'll just see how far it's going to be. Be in front of me, be in front of me, be in front of me. There we go. All right, perfect. Now all I need to do... Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get inside this. It's just faster and stronger, and it can push people out of the way. You know what I mean? All right, picked it up. Now let's head on out of here. I'll meet you guys when we get there. All right, we're now visible, but we are almost here, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, in we go. All right, we got to turn around because we got to park this thing. All right, in we go. Back this thing up. Absolutely perfect. If you ask me, detach. Leave the area. Okay, so let's see. Let's see exactly how much we got. 740 was the last one on the air freight. And we're in a lobby. 23 people's the same amount. 22 is the max you can get anyway. So let's see. Come on. Come on, baby. All right, 740. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. So the theory of what was stated in 2023 when we had the issue with like the acid lab, the 2 times pay and stuff like that. At that moment, they had changed the bonuses from the land vehicle versus the air freight. Now they're exactly the same. And it looks like it's just 10% in a full lobby, 10% extra versus we used to get 50% extra. So it honestly, it doesn't even make it worth it at all selling in a public lobby right now. I feel like if you have GTA Plus, doing it in a public lobby, you're only going to get 11.5, so you're only getting $1 million more. And $1 million's a lot of money, but is it worth risking 10.2 million in order to get that extra million? I would argue not, and you guys know I always sell in public lobbies. And the other thing is, I remember if you saw that video I did yesterday, where I showed the clip of me selling it a full bunker, oh sorry, full hangar, I got like 7.8 million. And that was last year. This year, the exact same sell mission, you're only going to get like 5.1 million. So it's got nothing to do, there's a cap on the 4 times, so you can only get 11.5. But then also, even if you don't hit the 11.5, you're not going to get the 50% bonus that we used to get back in the day. You're not even going to get 25%. You're going to get 10%. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This video, I just wanted to explain how it's all working. There's some people that think you have to do it by air. Some people you have to do it by land. I've just proven here they're both exactly the same. You're not going to get the 50% high demand bonus or even that big of a high demand bonus at all. Just doesn't seem worth it for me right now. So if you are somebody that's grinding these out this week, I would stick to doing how I did today, back and forth maybe. Or you could, if you have the expanded enhanced and can go back, you can just choose one of them. But the public lobby just doesn't seem it anymore for the hangar business. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I hope you have a great day. Like I say, tomorrow I'll probably have a video just me actually showing you like the source mission, showing you the fast, easy ways to do them, showing you what I'm going to do just for an hour, and then we'll sell it in a public lobby and see what we get. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye.